Boys, we are back. We're back, boys. What a game, what a match. And honestly, should have been more if it wasn't for that giant in goal, Thibaut Courtois. And man, what can you say about the bounce back and the turnaround that Slot has had in this team in the past week? It's been a good week for Arne Slot, right? And this is seems to be what a roadblock looks like in a season, and it happened early on, right? And hopefully, this is a sign, like I said in the last video, that this could be a potential turnaround for Liverpool. And I said, if we get a result at Madrid, and then we go and get a result at Manchester City, look out, look out, look out in the Champions League, look out in the Premier League, because this Liverpool team is back. And like I said in a couple of videos ago, this could have been Slot playing 4D chess with the Carabao Cup of intentionally getting knocked out, giving space and room for this team to one, get more time in with each other on the training pitch, and two, play less and less intensive and demanding games and get a competition kind of out of the way. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a similar lineup in the next round in the FA Cup, and maybe Slot just only focuses on Champions League and Premier League moving forward. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. This Liverpool team looked the real deal tonight. I loved this lineup. I hope this lineup stays for a really long time. Everyone looked comfortable. Everyone looked like they knew each other and they knew their job and their assignment on the ball. Robbo has brought so much stability and maturity to this Liverpool backline that I think needs to have a little bit more credit, but to, a little bit of Madrid's own mishaps and misdoings is that they weren't even really attacking down that right hand side towards them. All of it was coming down to the left hand side. And honestly, congratulations to Connor Bradley. You are the man of the match. We don't have to do a poll. We don't have to. I don't even got to say comment down below. I will say give Connor Bradley some love down below if you're going to do anything, because he locked down that left hand side, right hand side going towards goal. Right. Vinny had nothing for him. Mbappe had nothing for him. Jude even had a try at him. Carrera, he was even trying to over and underlap with Vinny. They couldn't get past the kid. And the one chance that they did get past him, Gigi Mamardashvili came up with a huge, point blank stop on Jude Bellingham. This was the performance that we've been looking for a long time. It's a shame we didn't get more goals in there. And Florian Wirtz has arrived tonight. I think his position in this Liverpool team is starting out on that left-hand side, but he would drift and wander and roam aggressively across that front line, which is exactly what I want him to see. It's almost like we abandoned the left wing attack a little bit, similar to what they kind of did on the other side, but to a little bit more effect. Florian would pop up on that left wing side and try to beat attackers and things like that. He gave Madrid a lot of looks, and I saw a stat online that he created 5 chances in this match, and the entire Madrid team created 5 chances. This was his coming out party, and it only was missing a goal and assist, which I feel like he was unlucky to not to get an assist today with that point blank save from Courtois on Szoboszlai, who is a close man of the match for me as well. But Connor Bradley just performed so well against dangerous opponents tonight and came up big against Madrid again. It's his favorite team to play against, honestly. It's his favorite team to play against. And it makes you not miss the other guy that was on the bench, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who came on and didn't really have a huge effect. But I'm glad that Anfield did not take it easy on him, man. And I think sometimes we get a little bit soft in sports and things like that, right? We're like, he's a former player of ours. Okay, but he left and he's coming into the Lions Den now. And it can't be a warm welcome for him now. He's on the other team now. He plays for a different club now. So now he's the enemy, at least for this 90 minutes. We can show him love before and after. But when we're on that pitch, he's our enemy and he's coming and he's going down. And it's that simple. So I'm glad every time he touched the ball, we put pressure on him. And the atmosphere at Anfield tonight was top class, man. It didn't seem like we were on the losing skid just last week. They came ready. I love you guys. If any of you guys are watching, that were at Anfield tonight. Thank you for bringing the energy and the vibes. This team needed it, and a beautiful pass in from the wide outside of the box from Szoboszlai, free kick onto the smallest guy on the pitch, Alexis McAllister, to bag the goal finally, getting past Courtois. Well needed goal from McAllister, who is growing and growing and growing back into the form that we know and love from him. And I think we were a little bit too quick to criticize a lot of these players, Arne Slot, because they seem to have figured it out and they are really, truly actually starting to gel and put it together. Because Real Madrid is a team that is on a hot streak, that was on a hot streak, and that are scoring goals for fun in La Liga and has had one of their best starts in years in La Liga. It isn't that we're getting a weak Real Madrid side right now. We just dominated, and I think we were unlucky not to put multiple goals up. And I will say dominated because I believe that's what happened. Dominated a Real Madrid side who are in a really terrific form. Is probably a lot of people would have said coming into this match the second best team in the world right now behind Bayern Munich, and we made it look easy. Mbappe barely had any chances. Vinny barely had any chances. We completely shut down the that entire attack. And Arne Slot has found a way to bully young Xabi Alonso again somehow, some way, man. So he's been able to get the best of him at Leverkusen, both of the times at Real Madrid. So Xabi's got some tinkering to do if we see each other in the next round. But I'm very, very happy with the way things have gone and the way things are going. And it seems Arne Slot has figured it out for this Liverpool team and how to make it work. And that is put Dominic Szoboszlai at the center of this entire operation, and it works. And he's went on and said this. I believe it was in the last game of like Sabo has played as many games as Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk since I've been in charge, and I've played him that much. That should tell you how highly I rate Dominic Szoboszlai and how important I think he is to this team. So he's up there, and if he continues to perform at this level, the level that we are now seeing game after game after game after game, being by far in the distance one of the best players and a lot of the times the best player on the pitch, he could become a part of that big three where it's him, Salah, and VVD as our spine that just never get dropped. And speaking of Mohamed Salah, he has stormed back into form. He had another good game today. Took care of the ball, some beautiful touches, controlled the play, was dangerous, was giving Carreras a tough time as well on that right hand side, and I think he probably should have had a goal today as well, but we got stopped at point blank range as well. I mean, Curtis already had his hands up and was celebrating because we thought it was going to go into the net. But a great game all around. I love what I saw, and I think the big thing out of everything that's happened, and the biggest takeaway from the last couple games is that our pressing is back. And we're pressing like animals and dogs. And we did this for 75, 80 minutes today of high intensity press, even when the game, wasn't kind of bouncing our way in terms of the press. Because a lot of people, and that's the thing with pressing, is that you can get discouraged, right? When you are pressing the ball. Because 9 out of 10 of them aren't going to result into an error, but you're looking for that one moment. That one moment that may not even lead to a goal, but it leads to a momentum swing. And that's the most important thing about pressing. There were several times where we robbed Dean Howson. Dean Howson didn't have a great game today as well, by the way. He's young, only 20 years old, so he has plenty of time. But he seemed a little bit out of his depth today, and we kept picking his pocket and putting a ton of pressure on that hodgepodge of a back line that Madrid have. And I think a slot saw something with Fede Valverde. We were coming down that left hand side against Fede Valverde and putting a lot of pressure on him when we first started this game, and we wanted to test him a little bit and test Dean House. And Militao is obviously a great defender. And Carreras, we still don't know about him. He's young as well. So we really wanted to test that back line on one, their ability to play out of a press, and two, their ability to defend under pressure. And if Courtois was not in goal, if Courtois was not behind that back line, I think we could have maybe put 3 or 4 past this Real Madrid team. And I think that may be the formula to beat them. But whatever, teams will look at this whole thing and take that and use that to maybe beat them in the Champions League or in the league, whatever that may be. But for us, Arne Slot has devised another brilliant game plan to get past a really, really tough team. And we need him to do it again. We need him to do it again this weekend against Manchester City, right? So that's going to be another tough game. And again, I said it. I said it in the last video. I'll say it again. Arne Slot could be sneakily putting together a little sneaky little double, a sneaky little UCL EPL comeback, um, where he's getting rid of some of these cups and things like that and distractions that maybe don't benefit us in this moment and focusing on the big prizes and on the big boys. We will see. Mind you, we do not have Isak on the bench. We do not have Frimpong available as well. A lot of our key players that are going to help with this run aren't there, but they will be back soon. Even Gio Leone, who potentially could be back sooner than we think. I'm excited again. God damn it, you got me back in. You pulled me back in. Damn it, I'm back in. I'm a believer again, man. But I've always been a Slot apologizer and very guilty of it. And he's answered a lot of the questions that I've asked him in the last handful of weeks. Even if things didn't go well, and I've been saying this in the Discord, who do you even replace the guy with? The market is just terrible right now. And we can't forget what he's done in the past 4, 6 months. And I said this in the last handful of videos. That just doesn't go away. And it always felt like this is a tough moment for Arne Slot. But I was starting to get worried a little bit, especially if things did not go our way in the past 2 games. They did. This is the team we are familiar with. This is the coaching that we're familiar with. And we're back. It's a renaissance, baby. So I appreciate you. Thanks everybody for tuning in and subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. It's one of the last free things that you get. If it's your vibe, then cool. Come join us. Come hang out with us every week. If it's not, I'll pop back up on your page. You can always come back anytime, show some love, comment down below, have a little chat with us. But I appreciate all of you. We will see you this weekend. Off the Reds, baby. Let's